Hi everyone, my name is Jess, and today I'm going to talk about 5 ways you need to be using AI for your sales jobs and technology. All right, let's go ahead and get started. All right, everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button below. It would help me out a lot, and you'll be reminded that every single Monday I do post new content, and that content is everything from tech reviews to business advice and sales advice and everything in between. So today, this topic came from a conversation that happened last week where they asked, how are you getting your competitive analysis, Jessica? And how are you on the fly doing this? And I said, well, if you're not using Copilot for Sales to type in your questions and you're waiting for some department to give you the answers, you are not doing it right. And I couldn't believe the fear that came from this department where they said, well, if you're doing that, then it's potentially going to replace my job because I'm doing that job for you right now. And I said, well, the better thing is you could be using Copilot for Sales for your job. And the fact that there's a large number of people that are currently not diving into the AI, Copilot, Zoom, Teams, whatever the tools are available to you at your company is shocking, because it has been transformational for me and my career from a time management perspective and so many other things. So I will share with you my top 5 ways that I'm using AI. I've made a video like this a couple of months ago, but I think it warrants another one, because if you're not using it, please start using it in some capacity, especially if you're in sales. Now, number 1 would be lead prioritization. Now, this might be a little bit complicated depending on what company and what tools you work for, but being able to understand what leads you should work on and spend time. I usually use Copilot for Sales kind of like an assistant, if you will. I will talk to them about the likelihood. I will input all the statistics about me and about my selling and about the type of customer and how long is it going to take to close, let's say, XYZ company. What do they usually do from a decision process, especially if it's a public enterprise? A lot of those details will be out there on the internet. So lead prioritization is huge. How should I spend my time inputting what success you're finding now and what success you need to be at will give you a really good strategy on your leads. Now, number 2 would be any personalized outreach. So this would be personalized outreach for the vertical that you're potentially targeting. So if I'm targeting retail, what should I say to a retail organization when I'm contacting maybe retail operations or operations at the store or IT? They will give me a very specific email that I can say, look up Jessica Pettigrew. She works at Dell. She is this type of person, and I need to reach out to her and I need to get her attention talking about monitors. They will tailor, the AI tools will tailor a perfect email to send to me that I probably would respond to. And most of the time I would get a 90% response rate when I send out a personalized AI message. And of course I tweak it here and there, but the tool is able to really do a lot of the heavy lifting for me. So if you're a customer and you're watching this video, I promise I reviewed the email before I sent it over to you. But if you're not and you're in sales, start doing this. This is going to really help you build better relationships and better understanding of that customer. And something like that would traditionally take sometimes 1 hour to tailor a really good email, where with Copilot for Sales, it's doing it for me. Now, on top of emailing and outreaching and trying to get leads, when you finally have a lead and it's getting warm, you need to create some sort of automation outreach, automation close, or follow up. So if a customer has told me, please reach out to me in 3 weeks, I will go ahead and automate that through the sales tool to say, this person wanted a follow up, here's what they wanted, and they will automatically follow up for me. I just have to click send, right? They're gonna send me that email to review through Copilot, and it is such a good way to stay engaged. There's so many times I'm talking to sometimes 20 customers a week on Native Edge and what I do, and from a software perspective, it's so important to follow up and not forget the follow-up. So you can have the tool review maybe your trip reports or your meetings that you've had and tell them, where do I need to follow up? Now, number 4 would be for forecasting. If, again, I'm using Copilot as more of a assistant or a business partner, which sounds so bizarre that I'm using a computer to do that, what I want to do is, from a forecastability, hey, here are my deals that I'm currently forecasting for the quarter or for the year. Which ones are most likely to close based on data? Now, where I'm at in the organization, we don't get the capability to do that forecasting. Somebody else does. But if you're at a smaller organization, you can input your historical data. How many touch points does it take to close this customer? How many touch points in this vertical does it usually require? And as long as you have that data and you've inputted that data into maybe a CRM like Salesforce, maybe some of you haven't, you can start getting some sort of intelligence based on historical data over the last 2 years to give you an idea, Jessica is forecasting this opportunity, but traditionally it doesn't close for another 6 weeks. It will give you the data. Maybe you don't want to send that to your manager, but it will give you the intelligence to make a decision on, should you actually forecast that deal to your leader? Now, the last one that I've talked about this before, I've talked about this on LinkedIn, Instagram, all of the social medias, is leveraging intelligence in your conversations. Now, the majority of time I am taking notes in my meetings, I'm writing things down, I am not getting the transcript. I now, for the last month, am so reliant on transcription in my meetings that sometimes I forget to listen and I have to go back and read the transcription. When you get closed captions for your customer, you're able to watch them speaking, read them speaking, and then have the AI analyze what is the customer really saying and how are they saying it. It is amazing. And I think every salesperson, at least by 2025, needs some sort of transcription tool because it's so beneficial. For me, I would say it saves me at least 5 hours a week. 5 hours a week of inputting notes into trip reports, inputting notes into follow-up meetings and saying, hey, as per discussion, we talked about XYZ because the AI generated the notes. And here is, the next steps. If you're going to take anything from this video today, take the fact, start using transcription in every single meeting that you have and using the AI output and out comment of what to do next. This has been extremely life-changing from a sales perspective, and I really believe the salespeople that are not using AI tools will be replaced by those that do. And if you've been to any tech events in the last year, a lot of them have been circled around AI and how AI will not remove everyone's job, but it will remove the companies that are not using AI. And that goes the same for employees. The employees that are harnessing AI and using AI in their everyday job and becoming extremely efficient will be the salespeople that survive in the next decade. The ones that are not dipping their toes into the water and not wanting to use it because they're afraid that it's going to replace them, time to look for a new job. And that is the tough love from me. So I know you're watching this video. I know you want to get better at sales. Start using the tools. Let me know which ones you're struggling with. I can make deep dives on those videos, and let me know which ones you're using that maybe I can use in my sales job as well. One funny one that I'll leave you with is there is an AI platform that you can pretend to cold call into these accounts, and they are so fun to use. And I know fun, I mean, if you're watching this video, we like the same fun. If you're watching this video, try this application. I'm going to put it down below. There's no affiliate. I'm just having so much fun cold calling this AI bot that is extremely cold and not fun to talk to. And I get nervous. I will say I get nervous from an automated artificial intelligence bot because they are very direct and very intense and making me a better salesperson. So go check that out. I'll put it down below. And if you like this type of video, feel free to give me a thumbs up and tell me what else you would like to see. I'll see you next Monday. Take care.